Super Mario 64 is a very elusive game. A lot of mysteries and a lot of funny shit goes on in this funny game. I'm not gonna waste any time because this is gonna be long as fuck, so here's the image we're gonna go over today. Do you know how a pyramid image... That's an iceberg. Do you know how iceberg images work? Okay, great. I'm gonna go into this assuming you know what the hell Mario 64 is. And if you don't, just get a fucking emulator, dude. The game's going on 25 years old. Are you serious? Yeah, I know other videos do this, describing this fucking pyramid image. Again, it's an iceberg. Retard. Yeah, but they're all kind of fucking boring or text-based, so I'm gonna be fine. Okay, cool. Now with that out of the way, there's the intro. Haha. I did that in one take. Are you proud? Go to hell. Some of this information is gonna come from those other videos I mentioned about that are boring as hell. So, bear that in mind, and if you wanna watch theirs, if you like snoring, lol. I'm being mean for no reason. They're good, informative videos. Jesus Christ, I'm such an asshole. Watch theirs if you want, what? Yeah. It's also worth noting that I'm gonna be using the iceberg image from Twitter user Papyrus Semi. It has some of the newest, juiciest shit on the market that I really want to get into. Okay, let's start. The top one. Here we go. Alright, strap on, put on your strap on your wing caps and jump into the painting because let's pickle! Haha! Okay, now we're gonna go over the iceberg image. L is real, 2401. This one's important. This one's important. Remember this one. This stems from this little statue in the fountain at the back of Peach's castle with a little texture on it. And if you look at it really closely, it looks like fucking gibberish. But actually, people have speculated that it says the words L is real 2401. This led people to speculate the fact that Luigi was meant to be in the game. The L. People thought Luigi was in the game. And the numbers were signified somehow, so there's a lot of shit going on. Be like, oh, if you fucking do 13 flips, Luigi shows up. That's not true. So people thought Luigi was in it, and those numbers were important for some reason. Space World 95 Beta.
Nintendo 64やっぱり最初のゲームは世界的スターのマリオだ
Space World was kind of like the E3 back in the 90s, is the best way I can describe it, where Nintendo would show off a bunch of old games. And obviously Mario 64 was one of them, a year before it was released. They're playing a beta version of it with a lot of different shit that you don't see in the game, obviously. So that's that one.
I'm from America.
Do you think new Mario?
Oh, wonderful. I think it's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Big star Mario.
Big star. Japanese star. Yeah,
Japanese star Mario.
You too? Big star?
Oh, little famous.
Oh,
underground. Thank you. Oh, ドキドキしたよ。すんげえドキドキ。
Womp's Fortress Tower 1-up. If you go to Womp's Fortress after you beat him, there's the tower. No shit. If you go around the back of it and punch a wall, there is a 1-up. Whoa! That's so fucking cool! Alright, here's one from Papyrus Semi, Switch Remaster. There's been rumors that Super Mario 64, amongst other 3D Mario games, are gonna get a Switch Remaster for Mario's 35th anniversary. As to if that's gonna happen or not, I'm gonna say no. But that's that one. It was pretty self-fucking-explanatory, stupid asshole. Half A-Press and Parallel Universes kind of fit in the same thing. Because there was... Okay. Now, I'm gonna put this in a layman's terms because the other videos fucking bored me to death with it. There are Mario 64 speedruns with 0 A presses or 1 A press to jump. And then there was a speedrunner who said he beat an entire level by pressing the A button once without letting it go. So that counts as half an A press.
An A press actually has 3 parts to it. When A press, when it's held, and when it's released. And together, this one's one complete A press. Now, usually it's the pressing that's useful, because that's the important part of Mario jump. However, sometimes it's efficient to just use the hold part, which allows Mario to do little kicks to swim water, also leave while throwing, and also leave the way down. And as for release, well, it's pretty good. Now, we have another part of Mario to this. You're going to hold it, and you press A while first, and you press A and hold it. So how many presses is that? Well, there's 3. And if you start the station, yeah, but the whole A jump run, there are 30 presses earlier one, so it's 60 presses to so if you take 90 presses to reach 12, how many presses will you? Even 34. And of course, 3 minutes versus 3.
But that doesn't fucking matter because if you let go of the button, nothing happens. So that's half A press. And Parallel Universes is another speedrunning tactic, I guess, where if you fuck up the geometry so bad, you get shot across the fucking stratosphere, and then you are on the same level, but you can't see it, but the geometry's the same. That's why it's called Parallel Universes, because you can see it in the distance, but... Bob on Battlefield bridge hanging. This one's stupid. There's a bridge in Bob on Battlefield, and for some reason, if you jump at it and hold the A button, you can hang off it, like other stuff in the game. You can hang off. There's no reason for it. It was neat. When I was a kid, I did it, and I was like, wow, this is fucking epic. Impossible Coin / Goomba. There's some parts of Mario 64 where the coins that can't be collected. There's one in, Big Small Land, I think. You know that one? Big Small. Yeah, there's coins that are stuck in the geometry of the game, so you can't grab it. The same with a triad of Goombas in, like, Bowser in the Dark World, I think. Yeah, there's a Goomba that's shoved into the fucking floor, and you can't get him. So it's impossible, hence the name. Alright, pat yourselves on the back. We officially went through the literal tip of the iceberg. We have a million more to go. Yay! We are now on to the underwater portion of the iceberg. Alright, we'll start with Big Boo unused text. In the Big Boo... Yeah, there's text that Big Boo says that's not actually used in the game. I think it's some stupid shit like, haha, I can pass through walls and you can't. What are you gonna do? It's like, it's similar to that. I'm looking at a screen. So yeah, Big Boo unused text is exactly what it is. It's just unused text that Big Boo is... Shut up. The unused text can be easily said by other characters by ROM hacking it. But who fucking cares, dude? Don't become his lunch. You remember Dory? You remember Dory the dino? Okay, well, Dory the dinosaur, there's a sign that says, Ayo, Dory's exists. Don't become his lunch. Even though Dory doesn't hurt you at all, it's just a sign that says don't become his lunch. You don't want to get eaten. Okay, that's mirror room. It's a fucking room with a mirror in it. People want to go through the mirror. You can't go through the mirror. It's a room with a mirror in it. The end. Blarg. Blarg was an enemy in Super Mario World, made of lava. And in Mario 64's code or source shit, there's a model for him. And through ROM hacking, you can make him come out of the lava. Yoshi's saddle. In every image of Yoshi, the brim of his saddle is white, except for in Mario 64, it's red, even though it's a different polygon. It's just colored red, for some reason. Jolly Roger Bay Vanishing Fog. You ever notice when you're in Jolly Roger Bay, A, it's the most boring level in the fucking game, and B, there's fog everywhere? Yeah, well, the fog goes away after you beat the first star. It doesn't come back. It vanishes. The fog fucking goes away. It says, peace, homie, I'm out. And you never see the fog again. You can do the first level again, you can get the first star, but after you get that star at the first level, it's gone. You have to restart your save file to see the fog again if you really wanted to. Please walk quietly in the hallway. This is just a sign in the second floor that says, walk quietly in the hallway. No one cares about it. Unagi's Tunnel. Unagi is the big, fat, stupid, dumb, fat fucking eel in Jolly Roger Bay. He has a tunnel. There's a little cube of space behind his tunnel that Mario can't access. But it's there. It doesn't do anything. Yellow cap switch. There are switches in Mario 64. You know? Similar to Mario World, there's a yellow one somewhere in the game's code. But it's not in the game. So there's a yellow cap switch, but it doesn't do anything. Again, you can ROM hack it and put the switch in the... I'm gonna fucking puke. You can put it in the... Oh, God! You can put the yellow cap switch in the game by ROM hacking it, but jumping on it just gives you the same text box as getting all 100 coins in a level. Okay, that one sucks. Next one. Broken paintings. Broken paintings is just essentially like... Well, there's paintings in the game that you jump into, but on the second floor, they're the same paintings, right? But you jump into them, nothing happens, so they're broken. They're just decoration. Shut the hell up. Ghoul medal. This has to do with a sign in Big Boo's Haunt where he says,
"Aw, shit, homie, you did real cool. You deserve a ghoul medal."
Which is just a pun on gold medal, but it's on this for some fucking reason. Womp King turns into the castle. Now, in Womp's Fortress, he complains and bitches about, oh shit, homie, you use us for roads and buildings and shit, where's my cut? And then you kick his ass, and then in the next level, there's a castle where he was, so everyone's just like, shit, you killed him, and then he got someone built him into a castle. That's that one. Womp dies, and his corpse is used as platforms for Mario to jump on, doing the same thing that he protested against, which led to his demise. This is America. Mips throwing. Mips is the yellow rabbit that you shove up your asshole in the game. Mips is the... Mips is the yellow rabbit that you catch to get a star. Yeah, in the bait used to be... Mips is the yellow rabbit that's underground. Mips is the yellow rabbit that you grab in the basement to get a star. And there's a common speedrunning tactic where you throw Mips and then you grab him again and you can clip through doors. Mips is the yellow secret aquarium. This one's stupid because you walk into Jolly Roger Bay, there's an aquarium, you jump into the thing and you do a level. Everyone knows about this. Anyone who doesn't know about this is fucking stupid. It should be surface level. Are you kidding me? Stupid ass. Dancing flowers. In Mario 64, there's a lot of ground particle effects, like the bubbles in the lava and shit like that. But there was a little animated couple of flowers in the game's code that's not used for some reason. I don't know why. There's little 2D sprites of these little dancing flowers. There they are. Volcano blocks. In hot sex world, what's it called? Hot waller, lava, the one with the fireball face. Yeah, in the volcano in that level, right where the star is, there's just blocks sitting there. There's like 2 pillars, and one of them fell over. It's important enough to be on this list for some reason. Okay. Hazy Maze Cave Alcove. There's little poison spots in Hazy Maze Cave. And then there's little parts that you jump into to get some fucking air, which I guess is this one, the alcove. For some reason it's important because everyone's like, oh shit, dude, what's this for? And you jump into it and Mario can breathe. E.T. in Pyramid. This one obviously is in reference to the fact that aliens built the pyramids from the top down. Mario 64 pays homage to the fact that aliens built pyramids. Next one. Well, it's actually because there's a texture in the pyramid that has the letters E.T. in it, which is probably just a fucking accident, but okay. Bugged fire texture. When Mario gets lit fucking aflame, there's a little smoke effect that comes off him, but they just look like black pixels. That's because they are black pixels, and my voice cracked, but I'm not gonna stop talking because I'm just gonna go straight through with it. But actually, it was a bug because the smoke texture is supposed to look different, but I think some shit happened and it just looks like black pixels. But who gives a fuck? Jolly Roger Bay box. There's a box in Jolly Roger Bay that swings back and forth with the pirate ship, and it looks like you can break it, but you can't. But people have tried breaking it, and then you clip under it. It's fucking weird how the hitbox works on it. Here's the second one from Papyrus Semi, which is Purple Prizes, and I'll read what he said. Rumors about Waluigi in Super Mario 64 DS. It's named for the fake article that really started the pandemonium. I don't know what that means, but he put it on this one. It would be fucking rude of me not to put it in. Okay, cool. The Big Dud. The Big Dud refers to what the Pink Babam calls King Babam after you fucking kill him, after you literally slit his throat, after you fucking shoot him in the face with an AR-15 12 times. The Pink Babam says, oh shit, you killed him, he's nothing but a big dud now. It's also worth noting that in the King Babam stage, there's 3 little black balls that roll around, and then at every level after a Big Babam, there's 3, so people think, oh shit, just like how the Womp turned into a fucking castle, King Babam turned into a goddamn motherfucking ball that rolls around. Isn't that the worst? Okay. Alright, how you holding up? You got a big fucking carrot stick in your hand, a big glass of OJ, because we just finished the second level of the Mario Pyramid. Everyone get out the streamers, get out the noisemakers, get out the fucking... pull the tail of your dog just to let them know you're there. Off to level 3! Let's start with Yoshi commits suicide. This obviously is because when you get 120 stars, you go up and see Yoshi, and then he's like, oh shit, and then he jumps off the castle. And people think he fucking kills himself. Yoshi commits suicide, ladies and gentlemen. He jumps off the castle, he dies. True locations of painting worlds. This one is stupid, okay. Where's the true location of the painting worlds? People speculate that when you jump into painting, you're actually sent to a real part in the world, in the Mario universe. But really, it's a fucking video game. Mario enters Wet Dry World early in a Gotten Milk commercial. These are fucking stupid. There's a milk commercial where Mario jumps out of the screen and literally beats the shit out of 2 kids, but when he's in the screen, trapped in his mortal coil, when Mario is trapped in his goddamn realm where he belongs, he's in Wet Dry World, and people look at the amount of stars that Mario has, and they're like, but he can't get to that world with that many stars, he didn't unlock the level yet. I don't give a shit. Big Boo's Haunt Forest. When you enter Big Boo's hut, the background, it looks like a big bunch of woods. It looks like a big fucking forest. But people are wondering, where the shit are those woods coming from? When Mario jumps inside of it, it's just flat ground. How do you see trees that way, Mario? Where are these trees coming from, you shit? Where? Tower of the Wing Cap, true location. When you look up at the stars at night, do you fucking put your finger in your asshole? That's what this one's about, next one. When you're flying around in Wing Cap World, there's a bunch of towers and shit, like pillars aiming towards the ground. But everyone knows that if you fall in this game, in this level, you fall right into the castle's courtyard. So the question is, where do those towers come from? They gotta come from somewhere, and they damn sure as hell ain't outside of the castle. Where are those towers coming from, Mario? This is a video game. We need answers. We need answers to everything, Mario. Where the fuck are the tower? Why the fuck can you climb the... Why can you grab the bottom of the bridge, Mario? What the hell's going on, man? Rainbow Rides Village. This comes from the Melee map. The map from Melee, believe it or not. There's a map in Melee called Rainbow Ride, which is a level from Mario 64. And occasionally in the background, there's like a really tiny village away in the distance. What the hell could it be? Zoom in, enhance. You see that shit? 120 has spiritual significance. Every star in Mario 64 add up to 120, which apparently has like... Does the number 120 have spiritual significance?
On the website angelnumber.org, they say, it symbolizes the beginning, the departure. First of the numbers, he is the natural leader. In fact, in numerology, the 120-20 characterizes a born leader, capable of initiative and having a strong spirit of decision.
Alright, well, you heard the lady. God is in Mario 64. God will fucking enter your Mario 64 cartridge when you're least expecting it, and he will actually show his face in the sky. If you look close enough, you can see in the clouds, you see the face of Jesus. He comes down with good news from afar. He says that Mario, if you get all 120 stars, you will be able to soar into the heavens with me, and you will now understand what it means to... Wet Dry World Skybox. Alright, if you go in a Wet Dry World, it's boring. It's shitty, and I hate it. Debug menu. No other level has the same skybox as Wet Dry World. And apparently, according to Supper Mario Broth on Twitter, fucking Christ, it's a modified image of Cáceres, which is a town in Spain. Isn't this exciting? Isn't that cool? Wow, a city in Spain is the skybox in Mario 64. This Iceberg image really is full of a lot of fucking scary shit, because when you make anything vague enough, it sounds fucking scary. Let's abbreviate the level so it's... Shut up! Debug menu names. When you put in like a cheat code in Mario 64, you get the debug thing, and everyone knows what a debug menu is. Sonic had one that made it scary. I don't like the look of them. They look like they're hungry. And I think Hazy Maze Cave was called Horror Maze. So if you wanted to get scared, if you want to get spooked out, if you're watching this at night with a candle in your hand, with a big funny nappy hat on when you go to fucking sleep, and then you're scared that you might hear something go bump in the night. Ooh, Horror Maze. I hate this. Haunted dirt texture. In Bob on Battlefield, there's dirt on the ground that you stomp on. No, people look at the texture and they say, do you see a scary little face in there screaming for his life? And everyone's like, no. There's a dirt texture and people claim to see a face in it. Do you see a face in this? I do. But if you can see a face in this, stop watching the video. Go to your therapist. Because you're seeing faces in video game textures from 25 years ago. Seek help. Lethal Lava Land painting Fireball. In the painting, there's a scary little face made out of fire, but none of the fireballs look like that in the game. That's that one. Island in the Distance. The skybox for Bob on Battlefield has like a very large horizon with an island at the end, and people want to explore the island. What's on that island? Who is there? Zelda 64 beta assets in Wet Dry World. And the beta for Zelda 64, which is Ocarina of Time, there's a little village that Link runs around in, And the little village resembles Wet Dry World when you lower the water. Also, these doors are very similar. So yeah, there's a village in Zelda that also looks like Wet Dry World, small village with the same door. Who the hell cares? Bob-on Village. This is pretty much just a little image of a little Mexican fella in a village with a bunch of bob-bombs. Something fell and it startled me. I don't want to check it out. I'm making a scary video about Mario. What if photorealistic Mario is in that room and he knocked over my thing by backwards long jumping into my bedroom? Okay, yeah, there's a little Mexican fella who is in the Nintendo 64 dev kit or whatever the hell. So they just used him and then surrounded him with bombs. And people thought it was scary. The end screen. When you beat the game, there's a funny cake, and Peach says, There's a scary little creature in the background that no one knows what it is. It looks like a scary little Yoshi. Look at his big fucking eyes, dude. He's hungry. He wants that cake. He wants that cake. You let him have. Skyboxes are photographs. Just because the skyboxes are all JPEGs, they're all real pictures. Oh! Secret slide dimensional rift. Let's be real. You jump in this window, and then there's a big old slide, dude. What happens? Where the hell does this fit? Where does this fit in the castle? Where? It doesn't make a big old slide in the side of the I don't think so. Original resolution textures. In the Mario 64 SGI project, I think is what it's called. It's like an HD remake for the game, I guess. The developers of it found the original pictures that Nintendo used that they would stretch out to make a texture in Mario 64, because it's a 32 by 32 fucking pixel wide piece of shit image. I think it's looped. It's garbage. It's ugly. Cold crevasse. This is from the Freezy. Cold crevasse is just basically a sign that just says, don't fall, homie. It's a cold crevasse down there. You might freeze your wee. And Mario says, oh, I don't want to freeze my wee. That's it. Another sign. Another scary, ominous sign in Mario 64. Removed courses. Mario 64 had like 8 courses removed from the game, and in the debug menu you can see the names of them. I can't remember exactly what they were called, but I'm sure there's a fucking JPEG or something on the screen right now. How Bowser got into the castle with his sub. In Dire Docks, Bowser has a big fat fucking submarine with his dumb stupid fucking face on it, and then there's a little hole in the side of the course where if you swim out of it, you end up outside of the castle. So some fucking Poindexter was like, that's how Bowser got in with his big fat fucking submarine. He went in through the door because you swim through and it's outside the castle. That's how he got in. There's a big hole and Bowser gets in with his sub that way. The end. Womp's Fortress interior. Well, you can't get inside of Womp's Fortress. It's just there. There's no door to enter it. But the real mystery is what is inside. What's inside the tower, because towers aren't hollow, they're filled with cement, they're not filled with cement. So what's inside the interior, Mario? What are you hiding in there? Perhaps a number of things. Your collection of pogs, your collection of bottle caps, your porno mags, Mario? You disgust me! Big Boo's secret laugh. There's a very low percentage chance in Big Boo's Hunt that you're gonna hear a different Boo laugh. And it's like pitched down a few octaves, so it just sounds a bit freakier. I don't know what causes it to happen. I've never ever seen it happen. There's only one recorded instance where this happened in the game.
Whoa, what the fuck? Yo, what? Did anyone just hear that?
Turns out the laugh you hear is just like Charles Martinet laughing. And then they just pitch it up and pitch it down to make Bowser's laugh. And the Boo laugh. Isn't that neat? Look at us learning together. Mario 64 is Freemason initiation. Some fucking dweeb on Twitter pointed out all these fucking weird instances where Mario is a Freemason or some garbage because the coins have stars on them, which is like pentagrams or something. The black and white checker represents the duality of man, and there are 3 levels to the castle, and that's important for some reason. He went on for like 15 fucking posts in one thread about how Mario 64 is a Freemason or some garbage. Look it up if you give a shit. And with that, we are now officially done the 3rd level of the Iceberg. Yippee! I'll tell you what, if you haven't paused the video to go jerk off yet, I fucking encourage you to do so. Cause this video's a long haul. It might be an hour long, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But this is the intermission. You go out, you pause the video, go get a snack, go get a drink, go take a piss or shit, go touch yourself, do your laundry, write in your journal. Do whatever the hell you want, dude. Just pause the video right now. This is the intermission, dude. Just come on back whenever you're ready. Go take a shower or something. Go call your friend. So pause the video now. Go do your shit and come on back. I'll give you 30 seconds. How's everyone doing, man? It's fucking wild out here, right? Mario 64. You didn't know this much shit was involved. We're getting into the fucking real creepypasta territory here shortly. So strap in your seatbelts, bro. This is gonna get fucking exciting, I'll tell you what. Alright, we're now below the iceberg, officially. We're now fucking below the entire iceberg. This is when shit gets real. This is when the boys become men, I'll tell you what. This is when scary shit happens. And if you're not watching the video with your lights off, with the fucking, with your headphones on, I implore you to do so, because I promise you there's gonna be some jump scare in this video. This is your warning. There is going to be a jump scare in this video. From here on in, there's gonna be at least one jump scare. Or maybe there's not, and you're just gonna be on your toes the whole time. Are you fucking scared, dude? Are you fucking on your toes? Because now you gotta get scared. This is when I'm not being funny anymore. There is going to be a jump scare by the end of this video, I promise. Alright, let's start with the course in the Bowser painting. We all know the Bowser painting. You go on the first Bowser thing, it's Peach's painting, and then it turns into Bowser's fucking mug. Yeah, it's still a painting, right? And you jump in other paintings to beat the game. So what's in the Bowser painting? What happens if you jump inside of Bowser's painting? What's on the other side? That's the question. Ally with info. In Super Mario 64 DS, Toad brings up the mirror room once again and says to rely on an ally with info. It doesn't matter what character you play as, Toad will always refer to an ally with info. So who is the ally with info? Is it Toad himself? Is it Dr. Zeus? Is it George Foreman? Do you think it might be George Foreman? I think it might be George Foreman. Wet, dry world, negative, emotional aura. Many forums on the internet say that Wet Dry World always fills them with a sense of dread, a sense of claustrophobia, because the level isn't very clear on what to do. There's water everywhere that prohibits you from moving forward. It doesn't feel nearly as open as the other levels in the game, and people just associate it with a negative emotional aura that everybody gets. The colors are very dull, the enemies are very annoying. It just seems to sap the joy from the player, no matter how good of in spirits you are. You just want to get through with Wet Dry World as fast as you can. And yes, this is just a very scary way to say that it's poorly designed and shitty, but it's scary because there has to be some other shit involved where you feel depressed because the game is cursed or some fucking garbage brain diagram. People also say somewhere in Wet Dry World, hidden in the files of the game, there is a texture that just has a fully fledged human brain diagram. Perhaps to further the theory that there is an emotional attachment to this, when Nintendo tried to fucking wire your brain with polygons of Mario jumping around, doing the long jump and collecting coins, it's actually a fucking experiment to make you depressed. It's also complete bullshit. There is no brain diagram texture. It's just fucking stupid. Metal Mario texture. Somebody on Twitter, I forget his name, unfortunately, I'll put it up. Well, he was using the same program that was used to create Mario 64's textures and polygons, but there was an image of flowers that struck a resemblance to the Mario Metal texture. And upon flipping it upside down and playing with it, it is the exact same texture as Metal Mario. Not really cursed, it doesn't really belong this far down, it's just neat to find it, I guess. Anyway. Toad projection and Toads literally trapped inside the walls, I'm pretty sure fit in the same category. Because when you talk to Toad in Mario 64, of course that's the game we're talking about, Jesus fucking Christ, you moron. When you talk to the first Toad in the game, he says that Bowser trapped all the Toads inside of the walls, like literally in the fucking walls, bro. And some of you may be familiar with the first Mario game, how Bowser turned Toads into bricks. So this isn't too far off, out of the realm of possibility, so who fucking knows. Still, it's kind of fucking weird to think that Bowser shoved the Toads into walls for some reason. What a dick, dude. Bowser trapped me in the walls that I can't see correctly.
Bowser took away my perfect 20/20 vision.
Peach is behind the stained glass window. This one fits kind of in with the Toads trapped in walls thing, because the stained glass window in front of Peach's castle is different from the internal and external photo that they use for some reason. It's flipped and some colors are different. And there's a very big significant gap between both the windows, so there's enough room to fit a person in there. And at the end of the game, Peach fades out from the stained glass window. So there's a lot of theories going around saying Peach is inside of the glass window, similar to how Toads are in the walls. And that's where Bowser kept her this whole time. The Forbidden Door. This one's kind of vague, like the rest of the fucking things on this for some stupid ass reason. But the Forbidden Door, I think, is in Wet Dry World, those doors that you can't open. Someone modded it so you can, but nothing's inside, obviously. And then, I don't know, other stupid shit with doors. The one in the mirror room that Luigi goes into in 64 DS. And then there's one that kills you or something fucking stupid. I don't know. This one's retarded. I hate it. Hazy Maze Cave entrance room is a sewer. I mean, Hazy Maze Cave is fucking weird, dude. There's no painting you jump into. It's just like a pool of water. If you look around where Hazy Maze Cave is, the textures on the wall look like pipes leading into it. And it's very far down in the basement of the castle. So I guess it makes sense that it would be a sewer, right? Because shit would spew inside of it and then fall into the little water shit that Mario jumps into. That perfectly segues us into Hazy Maze Cave is the castle septic system. This one's gross because people think that the gas in it is fucking shit fumes. The ball that rolls around is a mixture of Peach and Bowser's shit. And everything's just scat related and piss related and poop related and scat related and shit related and dookie related. And I hate it. It's gross. I want to picture I don't want to picture Princess Peach dropping a big fat deuce. I want to picture her fucking laying down nude with her legs spread. That's what I want. I don't want to see her scatting and shitting. That's enough of this one. The Wario Apparition. This one's fucking silly. There's a stupid, retarded, fat fucking creepypasta where if you go into Dire Docks, where the water wall is, or whatever the hell, Wario's face shows up, and he says, "You want fun? Wario show you fun!" Then he chases you down the hallway. It's so fucking stupid. He just fucking chased you, chomp in the air, running down the hallway. But people find it scary for some reason. There is a clip of Wario's face in this very same thing, and he says those very same words. But that was at an E3 panel for Nintendo with a segment called Focused on Fun. But that's it. They just put Wario's face into it, and he said those words, and then he faded away for a fucking E3 panel. He's not in the game, you fucking reach. Bowser broke the door. In the back of Peach's castle in the courtroom, wherever the hell it is, with the ghosts everywhere, there's very shabby brickwork that holds it all together, because it's like the wall, and the bricks just sort of there, with a shitty-ass wooden door. So it's speculated that Bowser fucking broke it. He just ran through and broke that shit, because it's kind of the same size as Bowser, right? Yeah, Bowser fucking broke it, dude. He doesn't know how to turn a doorknob. What a dick. Bowser breaking shit all the time, like my wife's spine. The decompilation is censored. There was a project to decompile Mario 64 into a PC port to break down all of Mario 64's files into what it is, and that it happened successfully after Nintendo tried to take it down, but they did it in the end. I don't know how legal that is, but anyway. But after seeing all of Mario 64's files just sprawled out in front of us, people thought that maybe there was some things removed from the initial decompilation. Something far more sinister that was inside of the game. People thought the creators behind the decompilation censored certain parts of Mario 64 out to keep us from seeing what it truly was. Which just sounds like creepypasta bullshit, which is because it is. But anyway. Silicone Graphics Curse. Silicone Graphics Silicone Graphics, or SG, was... No, for fuck's sake. Silicone Graphics was the go-to CGI fucking bullshit house, you know? Silicone Graphics helped Mario 64 become what it was and helped a lot of graphics in it. And they were really, really close helping Nintendo build the game. But the entire company went bankrupt shortly after Mario 64 was released. So people thought the game cursed, people thought the game cursed it. Full Omen Archives. After the bankruptcy of Silicone Graphics, a person who worked in the company leaked out an awful lot of information on how the N64 works and what made it tick. They posted it anonymously on the internet under the file as omen.rar. This helped modders Fuck. This helped modders emulate This helped modders emulate N64 games a lot quicker with a lot more leniency. With just one file, omen.rar to help them. Nintendo shut it down shortly afterward, but that still doesn't really crack the case as to who it was. So the full Omen archives is still anonymous to this day, to my knowledge. All we know is that he worked for Silicon Graphics and knew a lot about the N64 and was willing to fucking share that with the internet. Wiggler's body parts are used in Bowser fights. So we all know Wiggler. He's a little fucking bastard who crawls around the floor. But his balls, you know, his fucking balls, dude, his big fat yellow shining balls. He has big fat nuts, his balls, his fucking testicles. The exact same spheres are used in Bowser fights, those little balls, the little yellow balls over there. So that's the extent of this one. 2 objects are used in different parts in a game made in 1996. How fucking horrifying. They're saving up space by using the same object twice. How dare they? The Bowser room. This one is fucking hilarious. I'll tell you what. Rumors spread around that Bowser had his own room in the castle. As to where it was found, as to where it was completely unknown. All that was shown was Bowser's bed, a couple pictures, and a window where he peeks in at you on a ramp. Did that scare the shit out of you? Because guess what? It's fake. It's fake as well. How do I know it's fake? Because there's fucking video evidence of Chris O'Neill saying he made it up.
He's just looking through the window and Bowser's at the window.
I printed that out and I brought it to school and I said, "Look, it's real." I can't believe I sent you that. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't, because I lost it.
It's just a tiny gray room.
Yeah, it's just no point. I was like, I found this room where you could see Bowser.
1995-07-29 build. Do not research. I don't know why this one's so high up. I'd put it near like the ocean floor type thing because it's just for the scare factor of it. I don't know. Just because it's a little creepypasta. There was a build of Mario 64 date, which I don't have the fucking to read out again. Which is supposedly very buggy and not entirely made into Mario 64. Okay, well I can't read it out. Okay, bye. Outstanding news, everybody. We officially defeated the fourth fucking level of the Iceberg. We're on the final 2. Isn't this exciting? We're almost done. Enchanted SC88 samples used in the soundtrack. This one's very, very cloudy as to what it means because it's so goddamn vague, it's not even funny. Like, I hate it. I despise that shit. The SC88 was like a machine that Nintendo used to make a lot of music in Mario 64, I think, which they would sample from and make music from, obviously. There's gay-ass creepypastas that there's samples used in it that are quote-unquote enchanted to, I don't know, drive the player insane and make them addicted to Mario 64. Just a stupid, dumbass, baseless claim that's stupid. Oh yeah, by the way, this whole level of the Iceberg image is pretty much just like creepypasta, baseless speculation bullshit. Just figured I'd get that out of the way before we jump into it. The internal plexus of the castle. Oh, all of these rooms and all of this, the inside of the castle can in no way fit inside of the outside of that we see of the castle. So maybe going inside of Peach's castle doors opens a goddamn dimensional rift similar to the slide. But really, and I've said this before, Super Mario 64 is a fucking video game. NFR cartridge differences. NFR stands for not for resale, and they had differently designed cartridges for N64 titles back then. And again, more baseless speculation that maybe the NFR cartridge had different shit than our versions of Mario 64, when the only difference on it is a fucking label that says not for resale. Sequel was cancelled due to temporal leakage. I'm gonna read that again, just so we're all on the same page as to what the fuck I'm dealing with right now. The sequel was cancelled due to temporal leakage. I'm pretty sure temporal means time. What does temporal mean?
Temporal can also be used as an adjective to mean relating to worldly as opposed to spiritual affairs, secular, similarly to non-spiritual and profane. Is that the meaning you were looking for?
No.
Okay, temporal can also be used as an adjective to mean relating to time, as in the spatial and temporal dimensions of human interference in complex ecosystems. Is that the meaning you were looking for?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to hear how temporal is spelled?
No. So yeah, that's what temporal mean, and apparently that shit leaked into the sequel to Mario 64, and the game was cancelled. Okay, did you get all that? shared nightmares. In several, I don't know, Reddit forums and 4chan, whatever the fucks, people posted the nightmares that Mario 64 gave them, and a lot of people replied saying, oh, I've had that exact same nightmare. So the nightmares are shared because of the game. I guess. Have you had a nightmare about Mario 64? No? Oh no, that means they got you delicious cake! The Japanese version of Super Mario 64, there's unused text inside of the game that says delicious cake. I believe the place where it's located in the game's code is like sandwiched between two castle secret stars. So it insinuates that delicious cake was another secret star, but how the fuck it was, I have no idea, and no one does. That's why it's so far down here, because no one understands it. Miyamoto stole Mario 64 from Argonaut. This one's quite the doozy. Argonaut was the company that helped Nintendo create the Super Effects chip, I think. The Super Effects chip in the Super Nintendo gave it different capabilities to make it more 3D for the time, and Argonaut was also the people behind Star Fox. Notice how it's a very 3D game. Argonaut was also the people in charge of making Star Fox 2, and as a little side project, they were trying to help Nintendo boost into the 3D world for good. So people at Argonaut made it as a little side project to make a little Yoshi tech demo that made Yoshi run around in 3D. Nintendo looked at this and said, hey, I don't think we're ready for this shit yet, so keep doing Star Fox 2, we'll update you if we ever think about it. Argonaut was like, okay. And then just as they were finished Star Fox 2 and it was ready to release, Nintendo said, no one wants to play the Super Nintendo anymore, we're doing the Nintendo 64. I think that's how that went. So Nintendo was like, we're not releasing Star Fox 2, sorry. And since Argonaut was using all their resources and time to make these two things for Nintendo, which ultimately got shut down, they went out of business. And when Mario 64 was announced, Argonaut could not help but notice that their 3D Mario game looked a lot like their 3D Yoshi idea. Someone at Argonaut approached Miyamoto and said, hey, what is this? And Miyamoto said, hey, thanks for inspiring us to do 3D stuff. Alright, see ya. It's also worth noting that the tech demo that Argonaut made for the Yoshi game went on to be Croc for the PS1. I don't know, I just felt like that was worth noting. Lavender Town and Polybius were cover-ups for Mario 64. This one is 100% just creepypasta bullshit. Everyone knows what Lavender Town is, everyone knows what Polybius is, so I'm not gonna describe what they are. Literal retards on the internet believe that these things are made up just to cover for Mario 64's sinister nature, of which it has plenty, obviously. Another one from Papyrus Semi is 64DS has the Bowser Room. If you recall the Bowser Room that I talked about earlier, this one's related to that one. I'll read what he said. This pre-release screenshot has a room which shares several details, such as floor pattern, with the infamous Bowser Room. And he has a little image of Bowser in a room. The shitty poo-poo doo-doo hole. In Mario 64, if you do 13 flips, Mario actually shits himself. Scat flies out of his anus and it flies towards the screen. Mario then runs up to the screen, and he wipes it off with his white glove. He snickers and laughs, his eyes shut tightly with a big grin on his face, laughing at you. He points with his shit-coated glove and he says, "Hey, Stinky!" Every copy of Mario 64 is personalized. All these weird things going on in the game, these things that not a lot of people... We're down the main line of Mario 64 Iceberg shit. However, there's still one more level. This entire level was created by Papyrus Semi, so other Iceberg image videos will not go over this stuff, which I'm gonna go over with you today. Isn't that exciting? I bet. So yeah, I'll just... You know what? Papyrus Semi wrote little, excerpts about what all these mean, so I'll just go over those. Alright, I'll read exactly what he has. Starting up with the leaked beta. He wrote, source code of the beta recently leaked, I think. And for the most part, that's absolutely correct. A lot of N64, beta codes for a lot of different N64 games got leaked to the internet, and people scrounged it and tore it apart like a fucking piñata. I don't know how it got leaked, I don't know who leaked it, I don't know where it came from. All I know is that a lot of N64 beta assets were released to the public. By assets, I meant source. I don't know what words are. Beta memes were a cover-up. This tweet by @GameTheoryReject that aged like a fine wine. The tweet from Game Theory Reject says, Game Theory, was the Mario 64 beta meme created by Nintendo to cover up an actual leak of beta copies of the game? This obviously goes in hand with the beta that leaked not too long ago. Real reasons for 64-2's cancellation. Potentially, Super Mario 64 2 may have actually been cancelled because it pushed the 64 disk drive to its limits. As such, would simply be impossible to bring to a regular cartridge, even with the expansion pack. That sounds like an accurate reason why. Definitely more accurate than fucking spiritual time leaking. Fucking Christ, that's stupid. Space World Beta was deliberately excluded from the first Mega Leak. Isn't it kinda suspicious how someone leaked a bunch of information from Nintendo once before, but it was all actually just Pokemon? I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna describe what this one means to me. If you recall from the very beginning how I brought up Space World 95, that beta that everyone wanted to get their hands on, that no one ever did, and since all this beta stuff from Mario 64 was released, it begs the question, where is that beta that they played at Space World 95? Maybe it was too cursed, so they deliberately excluded it. I think that one's kind of a fun little callback. I like this one, it's cool. Breaking the Barrier series is real. Some of Mario Nova 64's videos, namely Breaking the Barrier, Subterranean Terror, and The Man Dressed in Green, may actually be real and from an earlier version of the game. And now, the pièce de résistance. The thing everyone has been waiting for. The one that I could not have been waiting for long enough. I've waited like a week to record this fucking voice line, and I am exhausted. I am horny. I am pissed off. I am gay! L is real was from the future. The very beginning, what did I tell you? What did I tell you the very first thing we fucking went over? This one's important. This one's important. Remember this one. Remember L is real 2401. Ever since the game was released, everyone wanted Luigi in the game. And I don't know if you've seen the news recently, but he is. Letters from Nintendo from actual officials saying that it's bullshit, saying that he'll never be in the game, he never was in the game, never even considered him in the game, except for the time that Miyamoto said he was considered to be in the game. The beta leak came out. Guess who was in it? Guess who was waiting for 24 years and 1 month since the game's release? 2401. L is real. His model exists. He's there. Modders sporadically try to piece them together. They do. The textures are found. The voice lines are found. They're all in here. 2401. 2 plus 4 plus 0 plus 1. 7. 24 plus 1. 25. 7. 25. The date Luigi was found. The date he was put together by modders, by the community of this game. He's been real and he's been trying to tell us. We were just too blind to realize it. And it wasn't until we got the right assets that we found him ourselves. Nintendo hid him in plain sight for too damn long. Pick up your cartridge of Mario 64 right now. Luigi's in there. We just haven't had the time to break him out. Until now. Let's fucking go! Childhood dreams are realized. Lives are put back together. Marriages are saved. Lives are saved. Diseases are cured. Hunger is solved. Death becomes real. Reality becomes death. Luigi is real! And he's been from the future. Well, we did it. The Mario 64 Iceberg is done. Isn't it? No. Like Nintendo hiding Luigi from the community, I too have been hiding things from you. Two very distinct things. Two distinct things on this image that I wish I didn't have to explain. But I have to. I told you I'd give you all the facts. It's only right if I keep my promise. I'm being told not to do this from my inner conscience, but I have to do it. Every copy of Mario 64 is personalized. And the 1995 July 29th build. There's a lot of things on this iceberg that you might have not been aware of. Silicone graphics, the toad projection, the forest in Big Boo's haunt, the ghoul medal, the bridge hanging, Yoshi committing suicide. All of this can only come back to one thing. Not all of us have experienced these things because not all of us have been playing the same game. 1995, July 29th. A game with a castle. Not quite Mario 64, but a game with a castle in it. It's set for beta testing. Beta testers play it while being heavily monitored. Claims of glitches, textures, music changes, flashing colors. Testers go home with symptoms of seizures and epilepsy, with no prior history. Report cards have found that beta testers have experienced pieces of psychosis while they play the game, playing the game in a delirious and crazed state. The basement in this build has been reported to be a lot darker. It acted as a testing ground for experimental artificial intelligence, some would claim. And upon digging around, it would track the player's cognitive desires and subvert them. It was a labyrinth. A pitch-black labyrinth with glitching textures and sounds everywhere. Character models impossible to identify, random seemingly meaningless deaths in the game. Upon all these reportings of playtesters experiencing horrific, nightmarish hallucinations, inducing seizures, finding confidential imagery, enter Nintendo, trying to make a leap into the third dimension. This unknown Japanese organization produced this technology, gave Nintendo this game. This seemingly cursed tech demo was then reworked into Mario 64 we all know by Nintendo. Unbeknownst to Nintendo of all of its history, this simplistic, low-poly, ordinary man became Mario. Nintendo made the game into what we know, gave it new colors, fixed all the issues, or so they thought. Which leads into the fact that perhaps maybe this basement that taps into one's cognitive desires might still be in Mario 64. Perhaps every copy of Mario 64 is personalized because of this AI. Maybe it taps into subconscious things that freak us out. Secrets being held, sounds altering slightly, textures changing, perhaps a level that has a drowned city in the background, perhaps some of our favorite characters committing suicide, perhaps hidden rooms that we can't ever get to, perhaps our fear of claustrophobia of being shoved into walls, perhaps our curiosity that always gets the better of us. Impossible shapes, impossible slides, impossible questions that we can't answer. And perhaps right at the very end, when we least expect it, when we think it's all over with, when we think that we can just go back to our lives, something poking out from the background of our perfect ending. Well, that was the Mario 64 Iceberg. I told you there'd be a jump scare, didn't I? You didn't fucking believe me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the stuff that I wanted to go over. I was gonna do, like, for a very ending, I was just gonna be like, hey, here's my own Iceberg image and move shit around and put my own stuff. But I don't think I want to. This video is probably like 50 minutes long, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. I hope this kind of answered some questions you had. I hope this made you a little bit interested in the game. I'll tell you a little funny anecdote before I let you go. When me and my brother were playing it at my cousin's house, right? We went into the fountain in the back. My brother jumped into the fountain, and then Mario's fucking arms went above his head, and his legs disappeared. And then, like, all the sounds cut out, and he just started, like, blinking. Like, you can hear blinking. And then he jumped in the water, and the game crashed. So yeah, play Mario 64. It's a fun little game. I'm looking forward to see what goes on in the Mario 64 community now. Because this Iceberg image is pretty recent, since, like, May, I believe. And Luigi was discovered like just a week ago or something. That's really all I had to talk about today, and I don't want to drone out this video longer than it needs to be. So, all right, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking in. Thanks for tuning in. Go follow Papyrus Semi. He gave me permission to use his Iceberg image. It's really cool of him. Yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This took like 3 fucking weeks to make. I like to think I have a little charisma. All right, thanks so much. See ya.